Hey yo, in this short and enjoyable video, I'm going to briefly explain why so many people revert to Islam. And later in the video, I'm gonna talk about a very cool story of a brother who reverted to Islam. Trust me bro, his story is so good. So stay tuned for that. So whether people live in Europe, Africa, Asia or America, in all of these places, people revert to Islam. And bro, it makes me so happy because those reverts came out of darkness into light. Bro, if you study all the major religions of the world properly, a wise man or a woman who Allah have chosen to guide will always come to a conclusion that Islam is the only religion that's truth. And how will a wise man who researches properly will know Islam is the truth? That's because when you know that Quran surely cannot be a human written book. One of the proofs of that is that Arabs of the time more than 1400 years ago were very good at Arabic. But when they heard the Quran, bro, they just knew that a human cannot write this. And nobody have been able to produce a surah like the Quran. So the Quran got linguistic miracles, and with that Quran also got scientific miracles. I'll tell you about a cool story of a revert which is so cool. But before that, I want to tell you briefly about an embryologist, Professor Keith, who I am paraphrasing what he said. He said something like the description of embryology in the Quran could not have been known by our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. The only reasonable conclusion is that these descriptions were revealed by Allah to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And speaking of scientific miracles in the Quran, I will talk about one more miracle of the Quran. So according to scientists, discovery that the universe is expanding is attributed to Edwin Hubble. 1920s. Hubble observed that galaxies were moving away from us and that the farther away a galaxy is, the faster it appears to be receding. This observation led to the formulation of Hubble's law, which provides empirical evidence supporting that the universe is expanding. But bro, the Quran mentions the expansion of the universe more than 1400 years ago. That's the translation of the verse on the screen, you can see it. And there are other scientific miracles in the Quran proving that this holy book is surely is revealed by the creator of this world, Allah Azza wa Jal. And speaking of Quran being the book of Allah Azza wa Jal, I'll tell you a very cool revert story. So there was a guy whose name now is Abdullah, but his previous name was Mike. And he was a neo-Nazi. He had tattoos on his body. And bro, this is the type of the guy that when you look at his personality, you can't imagine him becoming a Muslim. One day he got into a fight with his mother. And he punched his mother and he went out and was finding a place to hide because he did not want cops to find him. So he decided to go to the library to hide. And in the library, he looked for a book to read. When he picked up a book, it happened to be the Quran. And he read it and took the Shahada. And later he was memorizing the Quran. Bro, revert stories like these remind us that the non-Muslims, you think that they might never accept Islam because they do so many bad things. But Allah can guide them from darkness into light, no matter how many bad things they have done in the past. So with that,